And I think we're live. So good afternoon,
Okay.
everyone. Hi, everyone in Singapore. Okay, so this is quite a special episode that we're currently having. Our usual episode is usually on Thursday evenings. But as you can see that we are doing one in the afternoon on a Saturday. And the reason because is of our special guest that we have today. Because he's currently not in Singapore. He's actually currently based in Berlin. All right, and
Yeah,
what
hello.
yeah, and actually this is Rusty, and I think I'll just allow Rusty to introduce himself.
Yeah, so welcome everybody. This is we are in Berlin, Germany. I'm not a news reporter, but here it is 10 a.m. bright, and the sun is shining through the window. So why are we here again? Yeah, so today Listen invite me to come and talk to everybody else, and also have a conversation between us about what I'm doing here in Berlin. And why am I on this conversation as well, right? So I came to Berlin, or rather, I came to Europe to study in 2015 towards space engineering, and then in 2018 I got myself some work here in Berlin and working here as a space engineer in a satellite manufacturing company. Yeah, and then Zoom 2 years passed, and I'm still here. It's a small company, and really enjoy the work. Yeah, and
Okay. Before
maybe
Rusty
we
goes
should talk
on,
about how we meet each other. And
yeah, okay. So I mean, I guess before we start on that, right, I guess we wanted to just
yeah,
share a bit more about the work we are doing today. So today's session is really about sharing a
okay,
collaboration that we did together, um, and how this entire project kind of started off from the conceptualization stage to the implementation to where it is right now. And I think it was just a very interesting conversation that we were having ourselves. And I think, and given that we're having this green conversations, we thought that we were just happy to share with everybody else out there as well. And then we just want to thank you for taking the time this afternoon to join us, or if you're in Berlin, for instance, this
morning,
morning as well.
just working.
In this an hour long session. Okay, yeah, but again, yeah, I think Rusty actually shared a very good point because I knew Rusty through a very really coincidental trip when I was actually in Berlin on a backpacking trip, and I was introduced to Rusty via a mutual friend, Pamela. Hopefully she's watching this. It's okay if she's not. Right. But yeah, and I actually know that. Okay. So, but Rusty happens to be moving in, if I'm not wrong, to Berlin at the point of
Yes, during
time.
that time, yeah.
Yeah, and Rusty also previously set up a Facebook page. Is it Facebook?
Yeah. So before I met you, yeah, that Facebook page called Green Warehouse that I started. That was a quick small initiative to see what's going on in the sustainability stuff in Singapore. Yep, and it was done with one of my friend Pei Yi, and she's also based overseas in China now.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, but actually that got me interested to say that, oh, okay, a Singaporean overseas looking at sustainability matters, so why not just meet up for a while? So, and that's what we did. I think we met up. I think, and honestly, after that meetup, right, we only met up maybe 2 or 3 more times in person because all this time we are all in our respective countries, and obviously currently with the pandemic, it is not possible for us to meet. So actually, what we do is we just do calls like that every other week, basically, just to catch up and to things as well. But I guess that's really how things moved along, really, because as we were chatting about really a variety of things, a variety of topics, one thing that really came upon here was how we could, still look at sustainability. How can we contribute back to the work on linking the environment to sustainability in our respective ways? And as you have heard, Rusty is a space engineer, like super that kind of thing.
Yeah,
And
space. Bring plants to the planet, other
bring
planets.
plants to the planet. Wow. Yeah, but as you can see, he's super enthusiastic about sustainability and environment as well. He has a plant behind him, and I have a plant in front of me.
Can't
So we're going to
see.
talk about that.
To put it forward more higher.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay. But anyway, So we just wanted to be able to share a little bit of this initiative that we created, and it's called Green Collar. Okay, so
Colors.
yeah, so actually, Rusty, how would you actually describe this uh, Green
So I
Collar?
think we have a few ideas that was bouncing ourselves, like you and me, right? We usually try to do like I think it was Skype or Zoom before Zoom started. I'm not sure. Yeah. So we always try to bounce off certain ideas and looking at whether which idea works. And then when the corona pandemic came, right, and people were looking for work, right, and then at the same time we are also thinking like, hey, why there has not really been a focus or bring the visibility and awareness to jobs that actually bring about sustainability. So this thing actually throw this idea about a job portal, and then we just started elaborating it during that one hour session, and we thought whether is it possible with leasing in Singapore, try to look at the market itself, and me trying to help with the technical part, and both of us contributed to the different ideas that was coming into this thing, and we thought it was viable to start this and see how it goes. It's really just for the community and for startups or for even companies that really long has been around for very long, and they started to look into sustainability as a new way to structure the way the company works towards. And yeah, and we both agreed that it was meaningful, and so we started, and it took us 6 weeks in between. We have we were like, there's this election going on, so we delayed for a while, but finally after 6 weeks we started this launch in Singapore.
That's right. And so I also must say, because while Rusty shared a bit more about like how jobs could be created or how companies could also then use sustainability as a way forward. On my end, because of where Green Arch is, right, we actually also receive quite a lot of queries from our partners or even just members of public who just write into us and ask, do you have a job that's relating to sustainability, or where can I find jobs that's relating to sustainability? Or where can I even volunteer, or where can I even find internships relating to sustainability as well? So again, all these points came along bit by bit, and I think it started to dawn upon us that actually, hey, while we have job portals that could actually reflect the demand for jobs across all sectors, there wasn't one niche one that supported one specific sector as well. And let's say we all agree that this is a sector that we need to grow a bit more, right? Then how can we actually create or have a bit more attention to this portal and share a little bit now? So, and I think informally, I also asked, we also told Rusty as well, which is that during the pandemic, because Green Arch couldn't quite do a lot of the physical activities we were doing, so we can't quite sell our services at that point in time. And as a matter of for ourselves, we have also decided that we will try not to sell any products because we know that there are already other businesses doing that. So then how can we actually survive, or how can we move forward going from this? So, instead of selling products, instead of selling services, so we decided that we'll sell jobs or sell.
No, we're not selling. we're just creating online community. Yes. So everyone can use it and see it for something. Yeah.
Yeah, so we clarify first, okay? So I think I was clarifying. So when we were actually researching and stuff, and we're doing this job portal, we thought like, okay, how can we do this in a way where we can possibly even monetize this in the future? But I also then realized that, oh shucks, okay, as where we are right now in listing jobs, this is really a job portal that is just surfaced online. It is a very similar platform to a lot of the websites that you see. However, we must clarify we are not an employment agency. We don't receive resumes or CVs from the job candidates. We don't filter them. We don't provide them to employers. This entire thing, as you have realized, is a licensed activity. You need to be licensed in Singapore to do so. We don't have a license for it.
But we do have people that's emailing us and tell us to help them to look for work after they apply to all the jobs in the portal. But we have to say that we are not a recruiter.
Correct.
We don't do such thing. All we do is really to bring out that awareness of these jobs exist in the market and they are looking for people.
So improving transparency, improving the flow of information. We are not selling, okay, so I must clarify again, I'm not selling jobs really. I'm improving the transparency information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe in 10 years, right, we can sell the jobs if we have jobs. No, just joking.
So long, okay, can be shorter. Okay, but actually, we also just thought that we would like to just share with you that portal itself. So if you don't mind, what I'm going to also just do is I'm just going to share a screen of how the portal looks like. As you have heard from Rusty, this took us about six weeks to implement and share. So we kind of really we were just figuring out that the sooner that we can actually set up the framework to share, the better, because it improves the flow of information. So we also didn't wanted to do too many things at one shot, like feature too many stuff. But I guess we just got a website domain. We just got a simple design, a picture, and then we started listing out the stuff. Okay, so if you have not really known, Green Collar can be accessed at greencollar.careers. Actually, Rusty, we're promoting this, but we're also not selling things. It's also like we're just doing it, sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, correct. Okay, so we are highlight that we are just sharing our initiative because we are quite excited about it. And I think honestly, this is one of those things that I really enjoy doing. That it's really because we really are just exploring our own interests and we have something that was mutual and we just wanted to just see how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the website itself, we come to the main page. It's a very simple page. It's about growing the pool of sustainability talent in Singapore and beyond. We'd like to elaborate a little bit later. Okay. And then, it's right from the start, you can see it's very easy and you'll probably have a couple of jobs that are listed there. Okay, so they are listed by the dates that are listed on the portal. They don't necessarily reflect when the date of the job is required or when it's available. So you have to click in a bit more to see. Okay, so for instance, if you click on this particular one, it's this is a senior manager role, sustainable solutions in Wildlife Reserve Singapore. Okay, so as you can see, I guess the whole flow of this page is meant to be very easy. So if you find it very confusing, please drop us a message on Facebook, drop us an email or something, and we'll improve it.
Yeah, write us a message in the contact us section.
Yeah. Okay. So it's quite simple. I think there are mainly 3 sections that we have here, which is the description. So anybody who wants to post a job.
Yeah, even coming down to trying to get what kind of content that we are trying to display here. Yeah, we really try to push away the unnecessary information and just have these 3 sections that is really required when you are looking for work.
And I believe actually even the last 2 sections are optional, right? Is that right?
Yeah. So the responsibility and requirements are really optional. If, for example, you come up with a job and you have you don't really know who you're looking for, but but you know what the job is about. It's really okay to post it because usually we don't expect all the companies to have HR or any startup to really have a big pool of people working on it. So it can really just be a description, then the title, description, and as long as you can bring the message about the job to the audience, then the job posting will work.
Cool. Okay. So I guess if you are using this example of the ones from Wildlife Reserve Singapore, it just provides us with a quick understanding of the job description or even the company as well. And then it gives us to the responsibility where it tries to just list down the roles and responsibility that the particular individual can have. And last but not least is really just the requirements. So what kind of requirements that the company is seeking, and all these are, I guess, something that anybody can include. And if you're interested in this particular one, what you just do is just click on apply now. And I guess it just brings you to the respective job portals, company portal, or even to the email if let's say it's a startup or something where the individuals are keen to receive your CV directly. Okay, so to clarify again, we are not receiving any CVs, no resumes. Yeah, I guess purely just doing this. It's also quite technical. I hear from Rusty that it's actually a lot of work also. So Obviously,
And actually, when you click apply now, I think the job poster will not know that they are coming from Green Collar, right? They'll just receive an application on their site.
yeah. So it's as simple as you going to. It's just like you chance upon that page and you're gonna just go for it. So I guess it's really how it went to. How it was designed as well.
But if you're already applying for the work and they ask how you know this job, you can probably give a short shout out and fill in the HR form that
would be very good.
Because because on our side the architect of the website is simple, that we don't send any information to the job posters, so we have no idea whether this job actually brings you all the way to the end.
Okay, but let's say, I guess that's something that I think we will also want to just improve lah. Basically to say how can we actually do a bit more work behind the scenes and help to support as well. And then currently, as you can see, there are about 37 jobs that have been listed, and some actually have been removed already. So these are the active ones, and I think there are a couple more that have been listed, delisted, right, Rusty? Or are they all there?
Yeah, they're all the 37s are here. But in order for you to see more, you have to click see all jobs.
Okay, so yeah, I guess if you can click more, you can see all the other jobs that are available.
Then as you scroll down, you will load more.
Cool.
Yeah. And also, if there's any job that anyone see that is already expired and you want to contribute to this, you can also email us to say this job has expired and it's not receiving, because we do receive one or two people who wrote us in and tell us that this job is not is posted but is already expired, so that we can take it down from the portal and not direct everyone else to the job.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose it's really about this is sort of like, it's more like a community support as well, really, because I guess as we are doing this, again, we're doing this really out of our own time and resources, and we are just kind of just putting together a very simple platform for people to just find jobs that are related. And that also means that whoever that's looking for a job on this portal is completely free, and whoever that has a job that wants to post, it's also free to post them right now. And it's also very easy, I guess, in a sense. And so what I've just done is I just click the post job tab on the front page, and it brings us to this fairly easy portion to fill up. So, a title of the job, whether is it a full-time, part-time, or intern, trainee kind of roles, the company name, obviously, the country, and the application link. And what I'm hearing here is also, what I'm seeing here are the 3 portions of what we can include. All right, and last but not least is, if you are keen for us to reach out to you in case, let's say, some of the listing has some formatting error or spelling errors or some things that you'd like us to change, we can also be notified as well, or we can also reach out to you. Okay, and I think it's really as simple as that. And then I think we are able to kind of list up a lot more jobs. And I think ourselves internally, we are hoping to be able to reach 100 jobs within 2 months, since I think we're halfway through.
No, 37%. No, but I think there are some that already expired, right? So we can also take that into account.
Yeah, so it's really about just putting together more jobs as well. And I think putting together more jobs also allows us to do a lot more, because as you can see how we've been doing this, it's a discussion between both of us, me and Rusty, and I've been doing a little bit more about the design portion, or at least the content, whereas Rusty has been the key person in creating an entire website. And we'll just say he's really, really amazing.
I think one of the things that I also want to talk about is for the people who's coming to the website and going to post a job, because right now we don't put any restriction in posting jobs. We only have approving process for us to look through the content and make sure that they are not spam and they are indeed something that is working towards sustainability. And also, the job posters should not be really afraid to post any job that you feel that is working towards sustainability? Because I think there's always this big question, right? Like whether this job is working towards sustainability and stuff, but it's indirectly, me and Lee always have a lot of discussion on this. And we actually decided that we shouldn't actually put restriction, because we feel that like any job that is working even indirectly towards sustainability and the environment, we are contributing in a small little way. And this is the whole thing about the platform, is so that we can really bring all this awareness to these little jobs that is bringing to the country now, Singapore. Yeah, contributing to Singapore.
Yeah, so I think any kind of jobs that really helps to support such roles would be very useful. And I think so actually right now what you see here is a very simple, fairly simple setup: jobs, post jobs, and the main page, for instance. And I think we do want to grow a lot more, basically. So I mean, if you have any thoughts about how we can grow the entire website, that would be great. But I think internally we also have some thoughts about how can we actually even feature some of the jobs, some of the companies, really, to share a little bit more about what that jobs entail. Again, it's not meant to promote so much on the recruitment process. I guess it's really about how can we allow whoever that's keen on trying to understand something relating to sustainability or the environment, find out more about it without being, being there on his or her own, or trying to get some understanding. Because I do appreciate that sometimes if you're a student, it's going to be very hard for you to understand what's out there in the market. So, I guess really our aim was really to see how can we actually create something that's fairly simple to use. But in doing so, that also means that we are creating what we call green collar. So it's really, you have your white collar professionals, you have your blue collar groups of individuals as well. And we wanted to just create what we call a green collar group of professionals, executives that relating to sustainability.
Yeah, and also I think we also welcome anyone who's even not a job poster, right? Anyone who wants to do any collaboration or partnership with us. If within our capability we can provide anything that is good for partnership, then just also come forward. It's also using the same section. Maybe we can show them where to contact us.
Oh, okay. So if you're contacting us,
you can
below, all the way below, and I click contact. Ta-da!
This is even simpler than the job post: name, email, and message, and then we will receive it at the back end, and we will respond to you through the email you provided us.
Or you can just Facebook message us or something.
Yeah, Facebook. Or if you know us personally, you can just message us.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm just going to stop sharing this for a while because I think we want to see Rusty's face a lot more. So we're back here. So anyway, I'm just very curious also because I think we know a little bit more about Rusty right now, that he started Green Warehouse, and I think it has also been removed already right for now. But I also am interested to understand a little bit more of how Rusty is doing. Actually, Rusty, actually, what exactly, even though we mentioned a bit about space engineering and being a space engineer, what does actually this term mean?
So more about my work. The core of the work is actually software, but I'm not really the ground guy who's really good at software. So we have a small team for this. But yet I still develop software for the control system of the satellite. So sometimes when you want the satellite to point to the Earth in space, right? You have to do a lot the mathematics calculation, getting all the data from the sensor. So so I'm actually using a lot of mathematics and matrix and stuff that I learned in university in my work, which most of the time we don't really use them as much, but I'm still looking at them on a daily basis. because, and I can say that I really love them. Yeah. So this is really the engineering part of me and why I actually came out of Singapore to have a look at what is going on in the world. And I really meet a lot of fantastic individuals who also continue their own engineering endeavors right here. Yeah. So back to my work. Yeah. Software development mostly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds very chill. I always say it sounds very chill.
If anything closer to Earth, you'll be robotics. I mean, a satellite mainly is a robot on and in space, right? And then you can control it from Earth. Yeah. But basically that's really. I mean, if I go any deeper, right, you'll be too technical.
You know, I studied statistics myself when I was in university, and I completely gave back all my.
Man, I'm actually
engineering.
picking up. I'm trying to recap the statistic because recently I came upon a lot of stuff on statistics like standard deviation, sigma, Z index. So I bring them back. It's like I wasn't good in statistics in university as well. So even now, even on daily, every day, I'm still learning a lot.
So then, how long is the working hours and what?
The working hours is really flexible here in Germany. So we have, 1 week we have to do for 40 hours. But for my company, you have to be present in the office from 10 to 3. If not, you can just take time. You can adjust your schedule. So some people come at 7 and leave at 4. Right, but you don't have to do like 8 hours every day. So some days you might be more busy than the other days, and you can shift the hours. So in terms of that, flexibility wise, here at work is a lot more easy for me to arrange my schedule. If I have some stuff to do on Wednesday, I could just shift everything away and maybe put in more hours on Thursday. Yeah, and if you do like overtime, right? I know it's like usually we don't consider overtime as time. Means if you do overtime, then it's at your own expense. But here, at least a lot of companies here in Germany, they actually record your overtime, so you can use this time for time off. And I think another aspect that I like about the rule here for working is they actually make sure all the office have windows facing the outside environment. I think this is something that is not really common if I compare it to Singapore, right? It's not very common that, because sometimes, when you're working, you just have a partition and you are kept within your own space and you don't see any green. But here in Germany, right, there's this rule that all the office must see the outside.
Wow.
So you have no one in the middle. The middle is only like a corridor or a main gathering area, but all the offices are all at the edge of the building. So that's how the architect is already structured, that even at work, you should always feel close to nature and feel good about it. Of course, there are people who like privacy, right? So they invented blinds. Okay, they installed blinds so that you can still, if you really hate green, you can still. But most of us really enjoy the greens here. Yeah, especially now it's summer, right? I'm actually quite warm. It's 32 degrees. So yeah, they go. During this time, people go to the park. Yeah, but coming back to working here, I think flexibility. Flexibility-wise, definitely a lot better. I'm quite independent on my work, so no one, my boss don't really like drive me and follow me everything I go. I don't get tasked or work unless it's urgent from. The next level is actually the director. So I don't get tasks from them. So I have to create my own and see where my responsibility lies. I think this really like also drive up the responsibility of your own area. And when someone asks question about it, you have to answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the reason why I'm asking this also is really because, if work takes up a lot of your time really, then actually how do you spend time doing all this work outside of your formal working hours? Like green collar, how do you balance all this?
So I mentioned like we work like I work usually I end work at 6 or 7. And then you come home. Probably you have to cook. So that takes around 1 hour. So by the time everything is settled, I have to water my plants as well. So at the end, like I will be settled at 9. And usually I don't sleep until 12 or 1. And I still have these 4 hours. I will not say the 4 hours is very efficient. Like I will straight away go and do some work and stuff. But probably these 4 hours is really your own time in the day itself. After finishing up your survival part of the day, right? You have 4 hours. And I have to say that I try to take 1 or 2 hours to watch some TV because you just need to relax a bit. And then you are left with just 2 hours. So during that 2 hours is where you can continue watching TV, or you can actually put it in something that you can build over time. So these 2 hours is really looking for ideas, trying out, learning new skills, and then once you found something that you want to build on, for example, like green collar, then you will spend that 2 hours or maybe the whole 4 hours, right, to start building over, because things don't happen overnight. You can't build a product overnight. You can't save the world overnight, right? So when you do this as a constant thing every day, and you will get a lot of time out of this. So as me and Dising, we always I always tell him like, okay, so we need to do this over maybe in 1 week or 2 weeks. We can have this, and we both understand. We have our own stuff going on, and we need time, a bit of time every day to do it. So that's how you actually manage. And of course, you must enjoy the 2 hours you put inside. You can't just say because we must make meaningful time out of it, and I don't enjoy it. Then what's the point, right? So as for me, I really enjoy learning, and I really enjoy like able to implement this initiative together with Lee Seng. I think alone sometimes it will be hard, but it's not impossible. For example, the Green Warehouse, it works. Setting up something for the community. Now that that thing stopped, people actually ask me to study it again. Mm-hmm. But I thought that there are many other portals that has been doing that role. So I decided to focus the energy more on the green collar.
So I think this is something that I really admire about Rusty here, which is that he takes the time to go and do something that he finds interest in, and he will spend the time to, he will dedicate time really to go and master or learn or improve. Perhaps it's the space I'm in, or let's say it's the people that I meet. I think sometimes I find that I don't see a lot of such individuals around. And that's why I guess when I met up with Rusty, even though it was only a couple of times, I think we hit off quite well in the sense that I really appreciate and admire that he's just able to be so forward-looking or keeps learning a lot more as well.
But listen, I think you are the one that inspired me when I first met you in Berlin, telling me that you left your previous work and then you started Green Nudge. So for me, that is the kind of I think it's kind of mutual, right? Like you push me and I push you, and we just see that kind of energy bouncing off each other, and we just keep moving. I think this is also very important for like community anywhere in the world.
Okay.
Yeah. To be.
So really, the fact that it has to be, sometimes it's not such a standalone thing. Like we can do it ourselves, but sometimes you just need someone to support and things like that, and getting started.
I think it goes both ways. If you have the motivation, you can always do it alone, right? Without anyone having to pressure you or inspire you. That word is like there's a fine line in that, yeah. But I think most importantly is really do something that is true to your heart. So if you really care for animals, right, you should ask yourself like, what can you really do for animals every day? Like, what can I really do? So that kind of small thing that is true to your heart. Yeah, I mean, not. I won't say like everybody is really interested in like going directly to contribute directly to the community. Sometimes it can really be just personal, right? Like, yeah, like back to growing plants, right? You like growing plants. Okay, then we'll spend some time growing plants, understand how this works. And after a few years, you are really good, then you share this knowledge with everyone. And that is also a kind of contribution. And I see a lot of people doing it on Facebook.
In Singapore, or is it
In
overseas?
Singapore, I think, yeah, I think the plant community and garden is really big, and people are learning from each other how we can. We all know that there is this journey to zero waste, right? They're sharing ideas on how to cut down on waste. There's also the community on plants. I mean, I'm using plants as an example because I'm in it.
Yeah.
And they're learning like, oh, how do I grow like bean sprouts successfully, and how do I grow kangkong, and all this effort might not seems yeah, they are green, and if you do it well, right, you can also bring it back to sustainability. Like, if I successfully grow it at home, I don't have to buy it anymore. I mean, for me, that kind of also influenced my own lifestyle now, that I actually reduce my own consumption. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to drift too much from this point, right? Yeah, that doing the things you like and putting some time into it, I think it's really good for yourself that you have a small little focus beside your work.
No, I don't think it drifts at all. I just think that this really, really sits in well from where we are coming from. Again,
Yeah.
Even as the creator of this initiative, we really wanted, and we stumbled upon this because it was in our interest. We enjoy doing this, and we want to help others. So we combine all this to create Green Collar, for instance. But likewise, even if you're a job seeker or whatnot, right? I think, and you're thinking whether even a job in the sustainability sector or in the environmental sector meets your needs for now, or what do you want to do? I guess it's the same question. So I'm just paraphrasing what Rafi is saying here. Find out an interest, take some time to build into a hobby, and if you find that maybe it's really not as exciting or it's not as what you feel, then it's okay to just don't do it or try something else.
Yeah, maybe some message to like job seekers, right? I mean, I have a job now, so I have been a job seeker for a certain period of time. Yeah, so my time was actually around 5 to 6 months, and I can say that during that time, I really put my 7, can I say 6 or 7 hours every day. Besides looking for work, right? Like you probably spend like 1 hour. It's quite fast since you look at it every day, and then you have this 7 hours. I actually put it towards like developing a simulation for satellite and stuff. And when the time comes, right, I actually use this set of skills because I was not a software developer before. I was a mechanical engineer, and whatever I studied was space related, but it wasn't on software. So when I went for interview for this work, it was actually based off the skill that I learned when I was seeking job. I have to say it because I think it's really important that you need to know where you put your time into something you like and something you really want to do.
But that was also from school, is it? So did you kind of change a couple of jobs before in between to where you are right now? Or it's more like, oh, I found the right job at the start and therefore I'm going to stick inside here?
So this is the first job that came out of after my master's in Europe. Yeah, but it wasn't the first job that was the previous job that was offered me was mechanical stuff. But I thought this is not the direction I want to go. Although I was really desperate that I really need it, but I thought that if I go back to that in the aircraft industry, then I will be back to where I was. Yeah.
Okay.
So a little bit stubborn there, but have to take the gamble. Yeah.
But it's a measured one because like, it seems like you know where you want to go lah. You know where you would like to
Yeah.
move
Yeah.
towards.
I think correct. It is really a major one to say like if I really don't get anything here because I don't have an unlimited visa in Europe, so I'll have to go back to Singapore, which is also good so I can be back to my family and maybe more to contribute to the community. But since I'm given an opportunity, then it's a good learning time, right? For me to learn whatever I want here.
So patriotic. So politically correct answers that we have right now.
No, it's true, but there's no script here, right?
Yeah, I always feel like people who want us making like, yeah, we're all scripting all this down. We do have a couple of points that we want to highlight, but we have never attempted to script anything. So I think I'm always very mindful, like we're not sponsoring each other, we're not complimenting each other, that kind of thing. We're just to say what we think is necessary. But in this case, really, it's the fact that I really enjoy this work, and I think beyond green collar, I hope that we can even do other things as well. And in fact, I'm just trying to see how else can we work, leveraging on Rusty's strengths, advantage that he has currently overseas. Likewise, where my strength as well, yes, and also where I hope I can contribute. And then if you have any other people who think we can just help out, I think we'll just be very happy to see how this goes. So I'm seeing like, sometimes in school we have this thing about, school projects, learning about how to do things together, and we figure out how the things, sometimes it's very prescribed. But what I'm seeing here with, even with Rusty here, is that it's very organic, and then we just support where we can, and we will just talk through things out. And I really do, how do I put it? I guess it's really about how do we actually apply all these things that we're supposed to learn in school into real life, and then just realizing that it's actually quite important and it's also quite valuable. So
I think that education in Singapore is really good. They give us a foundation, and I think most of us are equipped with that kind of learning power, right? And the foundation. So yeah, it's really possible that anyone could also come up with. In fact, I'm really seeing a lot of this initiative. In fact, I'm seeing more in Singapore than in Germany. Maybe because I'm not looking at the German website.
okay.
So yeah, but I'm actually quite impressed by all these small initiatives that has been starting out in Singapore, and I think I really enjoy that. That's actually one of the pull factor that is asking me to be like going back to Singapore and see how we can continue to contribute both to Singapore and to Southeast Asia. Yeah.
And so I suppose where we can lend our hand is really about how to create more of that. But if, let's say, for individuals who are seeking this as well, or who are watching this, what kind of skills do you think will be important?
You mean for the sustainability jobs or
for any kind of jobs? Yeah.
We like the skill that you want to learn is something that you really enjoy doing, even when no one else is looking at you, right? And some skills you can't just do it at home, you can't learn it, but you can always take up like an internship. Yeah. So internship and attachment kind of feeling is also very common in Europe. That there are people and like the 30 plus 40, they are going for internship. They want to learn it because they realize that is the thing that they really like, and they just go for a 3-month internship, and then through that you learn about the company structure, and then after that you start to integrate. So for usually the first 6 months or 1 year you are learning, right? And then following up, you're actually contributing to the company. So I think for job seekers is there's really like no need to fear of what you are learning. I mean, I'm 34 now, right? I'm still learning and I enjoy it so much.
So I guess it's to develop the sense of learning. It's to don't be afraid to keep learning lah.
Yeah, don't be afraid of new things. New things usually look quite bombastic. I mean, green collar or other projects that we work for before usually sounds very big to me, and then I'll be like, okay, where is my starting point, and where can I create a small example to show that it work. Where can I start doing something small first? So we always try to break down it. Yeah, that's and then over time you can really. So yeah, to where are we? Actually confused. You keep
No,
going
no.
on and on.
So I guess it's really about the fact that the skills that people should have here is really
Yeah.
doesn't. It can be as generic as understanding yourself a lot more, and that is just trying to learn, and you don't have to.
Yeah.
I guess the current perspective many of us might have is that why I learn this for what? Like it doesn't even relate to my life.
It happens. Correct. It's like you don't know why you are doing this. But if you see that as a possibility of a small stepping stone to where you are going, then you should just do it if there's no better skill to work on or no better things to work on. Yeah. I mean, of course, sometimes we will be like confused, and you can always talk to friends and family, and they might have actually a better perspective of where you should be heading, where your strengths are, and then they can advise you. Yeah.
So because I think from my conversation with Rusty, right, this is always the same point that keeps highlighting to me, like, that I feel the most important is I don't know how it keeps having so much time to go and do all this work, all this trying things that he's very, very passionate about. And it's very clear to me that he knows he likes certain things. And for some of us, actually, we feel like, shucks, I don't even know what I like. I don't even know what I'm good at, kind of thing. Whereas Rusty has taken the time to do so, and therefore it's very apparent to him that he likes certain things like plants, for instance. He's willing to uproot himself from Singapore to go overseas for a while to learn about certain things. And that's something that, in order, I guess, for us, for people who are trying to explore what exactly are they looking for, is to just take the time to understand within first. Correct?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. Then to make sure that whatever then comes along is useful for yourself or for your job as well. And in this case, even as what I'm hearing from Rusty here is that it doesn't have to be correlated to a direct outcome, which is either it must pay you well or that it must be even good in the first place. Just give it a shot and see how it goes. So I suppose that's really
also
how
come back to the point of just trying, right? Just trying. There's a lot of things I try and I fail, but I can try like a few more times and I can make it work. So things takes time, and we have to be patient. And I think as I grow older, I'm also getting more and more patient. But
34. Oh, okay.
but things takes time, and as my father always says, like when the time is past, you cannot bring it back. So you must really know what you want to do today, for the week, for the month. And then we're already in August 2020, right? So many things hit us, and now we're in August, and then we're going to reach like the next year again. So just running as we talk as well.
That's right. So I guess that's where we if we can continue to do more, we do more lah. So I suppose that's where we're coming from also. So even coming back to the website itself, right? As you are trying to do more, I think it was also it was also something that we were thinking along for the longest time, which is that if we can do what we're doing here in Singapore, how can we even go beyond Singapore as well? And I think that's where we are also quite excited to see how we can do this.
So you should announce it, or
you announce.
Yeah. So we thought about it, discussed about it, and whether we should keep this thing in Singapore or should we expand it out. And we intend to go in the direction of Southeast Asia, and we're going to start off with Malaysia.
Yay!
And we're going to do the launch during this live session, like right now at this live session, so everybody can see the process on how me and Lee Seng actually work in the background, right? So you want to share the screen?
Okay. So I share screen again. So
yeah.
So this was something again, we just kind of decided and feel like, okay, let's try
Yeah.
and see how we can do. Sorry, give me a sec. Okay, so we are back to the screen again. Okay, so as
right
we
now,
seen just now, when you click to the main page itself, you see the word growing a pool of sustainable talent in Singapore and beyond. And I think what's telling here is that Singapore is a field in the center, right? So currently we can't switch, we can't go anything beyond Singapore. Right now it's just Singapore centric. Okay, so I think what is happening right now is that Rusty is working his magic behind the scene, and what will happen
Should I do it
right
now?
now?
Should I do it
Yeah,
now?
of course.
Okay, I'm gonna do
I'm
it
so
now.
excited. We're always very excited about this kind of thing.
Hopefully it works. Why?
Hey, yeah, okay. Can.
Okay. Wait. Okay, it's done.
Okay.
I think you should refresh the page.
Oh, okay. Let me try and refresh the page first. So I think right now we have, oh my goodness, we have finished.
Yay!
This is what we call 自嗨.
Yeah, and then if you go to the post job, right? You go to the post job, then you can
Oh,
also.
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So for anyone,
oh my goodness.
yeah. So you can also post job. So maybe we can post one job and see how it goes. Let's say you have a job in Malaysia.
Hey, I cannot show now.
Cannot what? Sorry.
I don't think I can immediately post one first, but I can.
Okay.
You can take a look later and you can see how it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you're very excited. Also, yeah, I have a couple of jobs that I found that I think will be very suitable to list it here. Should I actually better think? Okay, let me go and find out for. Okay, let me just quickly extract one particular one that I think we have. This is one in Malaysia, okay, and I think it's useful to just include it in. Give me a second. This is so exciting.
Okay, don't worry. This is the real working mode.
Yes, but I think people who are watching this cannot see us just watching it. Like we're very bored. But if you have any questions, feel free to just let us know, and then we can see how we can support you in this. Okay, if you have any questions, drop it into the comments below, and then we'll see how we can address this as well. And even after this video, if you have any other questions, you are more than welcome to reach out to us.
Okay? Yeah.
I am opening up a separate document first, so that's why you can see my head is looking somewhere else. Okay, I will post up one that I thought is very, very interesting.
I can help to do the approval.
Okay, so this is a job that, unfortunately, this is a job listed in Malaysia, and I'm just happy to share that. Okay, but we are sharing as a form of letting you know how it can be done, but it doesn't mean that we are trying to promote any job. Okay, yes. Well, I must say this so many times. Okay, so right now you can see I'm promoting I'm not promoting, shucks. I'm creating a listing. Scary. Okay, so this is a consultancy role. Yeah. Consultancy role in very long. Shucks. Okay, I will have to copy everything. In UNICEF, that is based in Malaysia. Okay, so what you have seen here is they have, I'm actually copying a lot of the work that I've seen. I put it somewhere. I'm just pasting out here so we can see where the respective links go to. Okay, so this job is actually found in the UN job net itself. That means they have their own job portal. And what we've helped here is just we are creating it and placing it here on the application link. Okay, so I must change to Malaysia first.
Yeah.
Okay, company name is what? UNICEF.
UNICEF, right?
Yes. Okay, I'll put like that first. All right,
Yeah.
and then this is actually a part-time job actually. So sorry, this is a contract basis. So I'm just going to put it like that first. All right, and then we have responsibilities. All right, so this is a very well thought out responsibility, but it's actually very, very lengthy. So we have to adjust it later. Okay, if there's some paragraphing things, I can help you just adjust a bit. All right, we're going to list it very quickly. All right, this is what they have requested. And the last but not least is just the qualifications. All right, just give me a second. The qualifications are here.
The requirements, right?
Under the requirements. Okay, so they have quite a number of things that they require. You need to have a specific degree, duration, professional experience, and the ability to engage others as well. Okay, and understand you have to work in Malaysia. Okay, so again, if you're putting this on your own website, if you are someone who is actually posting the job, you can actually create this quite fairly easily. Because I'm copying directly from the website, it makes it a lot more easier for me to just copy and paste. All right. Okay. So because I'm part of the internal team, I'm not going to include my name and my email. But if you are not, feel free to include those in, and then you just submit. Okay. And that's it. So once you submit, it should be listed within the portal within 3 working days. Okay. So but because we are here and Rusty is accessing the portal right now, you should be able to see how it goes. And also it means that we are reviewing in terms of trying to make sure that certain formatting is okay. I don't think we are in a position to change the content, for instance.
No,
it's not factual, and it's not our intent to do so. But if there's some kind of error in terms of spacing here and there, I think it will help to change a little.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if that is done, what you'll see is you head back to the green column name page first. Okay, you'll see. It's there already. Very fast.
Is it there? Oh yeah, it's there. Because I already clicked it like a few seconds back.
Okay, cool. Yes. So actually then what you have here is that it's actually on the website already. So you have our first listing in Malaysia. All right. So I guess, yeah, I know it sounds like we are two weird guys are just happy for some listing on the thing, but it's actually a big thing for us because we have been preparing this for the longest time. And what this actually means is that I think it allows us to right now facilitate the ease of information, not just in Singapore, but possibly in Malaysia and hopefully in other countries within Southeast Asia as well. And you know, as we're doing this, I think it starts to also surface to us what exactly does sustainability mean within the region. And you know, for things like agriculture, animal welfare, things like something that's a lot more bigger in our region can actually be factored in. And I think we'd like to be able to see how we can enable qualified, well-deserving individuals to get the jobs that we want to have.
Exactly. Okay.
Can Hall. Okay,
Yeah.
yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so now we have done this, I think we'll definitely be having more jobs to be placed in, and I think we'll do our part in placing more as well. If you have a chance to share this with your friend, please do. Likewise, we'll invite our friends in Malaysia to consider using this job portal.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's really where we're coming from. And let's say if anyone is also able to share or thoughts, feel free to just include that in. If not, then I guess I'll try and see how we can sum up the whole conversation right now. I think there was a big portion sharing about job green collar, for instance, obviously because this is what the topic is about. But I think what was also very useful was to really hear what Rusty had to share about his own life journey in this case, and the insights that he gained was also very, very useful for me. Okay. How about you, Rusty?
I mean, this Lizing contacted me to have a conversation, so I'd be like, okay, why not, right? And able to share my own experience. I'm not like a super guy here, Superman, yeah. But really, in my own little way, I'm still having a day job like most of us do, right? And in my own way, I'm just also trying to do a bit here and there. I'm also loving plants. I still have my hobbies and I still enjoy my time here. So not super crazy, amazing like what Li Xing say. I'm just a normal person. Yeah, but I'm really glad that I met Li Xing and
in Berlin.
We are able to do like small things like that together, and it really interests, create some excitement in our life.
Hello, I think it's very interesting, and I think
thank you for everyone hearing us talk, right, or hearing me talk. It's my first conversation in my life, right?
This is the ending message. This is the first
Um,
conversation in my life.
Maybe
Hashtag
there's more, right?
first
Maybe
people.
I also promote myself, right? You can add me on Instagram. You click here to subscribe. No, just joking. Yeah, if you come to Berlin and you feel like someone to chat with, yeah, you can hit me up.
Cool. Yes, and did we not mention, I said Rusty is a Singaporean, so he is just
Oh
working.
yeah, we didn't say, right? Yes, I'm a Singaporean, and yes, tomorrow is a National Day. Happy National Day to everybody. Remember to take
Yay!
the flag. Actually, I have my flag, but I usually don't hang my flag here in Germany. But I will watch the live NDP and the fireworks on TV here.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. So I think that's very cool. Okay, but I think that's all the time that we have. And again, I do appreciate Rusty for taking the time to do this at 10 to 11 a.m. in Berlin right now.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m.
Cool.
Going for my breakfast.
Okay. And of course, if you are also watching this, thank you so much for taking the time this Saturday afternoon. I know that it's always a bit hard to get people's attention during this afternoon on a weekend. But I appreciate that you're joining us. And obviously, if you're catching this after we have done this recording, we're putting this up on YouTube or even on Facebook as well. So drop us a message, drop us an email if you need to reach out to Rusty. I think we'll tag him now. We'll tag him, so I think you can reach out to him directly also.
Yes, tag me, please.
Okay, that's all. All right, thank you again so much. So have a good long weekend if you're in Singapore. And for Rusty, who is also having a weekend, I think that's also having a good break.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you. Have a good holiday.